The structural limits of audio drama. In past videos, I have talked about how Erik Barnouw, in his book, The Handbook of Radio Writing, talked about how radio drama requires you to intentionally limit your cast size in order to avoid confusing the audience. What I also mentioned, will now elaborate on here, was that this limitation of radio drama, also explicated by Barnouw in that book, fundamentally constrains the dramatic possibilities of the radio play or the audio drama in a way which is not in play with movies, TV shows, streaming shows, comic books, and graphic novels, or webcomics. Because radio drama cannot compel the attention of the eyes, it must rely entirely on sound to tell its stories. Because it must rely entirely on sound, on this one single human sense, that means that it is severely limited in how it can communicate information and ideas. Because it is limited in how it can express meaning, that means that radio drama or audio drama as an art form has structural limitations which advances in technology can only do so much to overcome. The imperative by Barnouw to limit the cast size of your radio play or audio drama means that you will be limited in how complex you can make your story. Complexity in a story or narrative is a byproduct of how many characters there are in the story. Prestige TV shows like Mad Men and Game of Thrones were and are so popular because they have the capacity to be complex while also being easily consumable iterations of broadcast media. But radio drama lacks this quality, even serialized shows like Adventures in Odyssey. The daytime soap operas of the American Golden Age of radio came close by playing with dramatically different rules, such as the 15-minute Day Late Show instead of the 30 or 45-minute weekly show. You cannot write a radio play or audio drama which achieves the same effect as Game of Thrones, Mad Men, or The Sopranos. The strength of radio drama or audio drama does not lie in narrative complexity. Because you need to limit the cast size of your radio drama, a good radio play or audio drama will be very much like a fairy tale, simplified, abstract, poetic, delicate, and philosophical, but never monumental or grand. Your attempts to work against this reality will result in magnificent and beautiful failures like my own 3-hour audio epic, Son of Ys and of Pongu. So you can't achieve sprawling narrative complexity with an audio drama or radio play, not effectively and not well. So what can you do with it, especially with the latest and greatest technology and digital gadgets? Well, thanks to AI voice generators, which give lone writer producers control over the means of production, you can experiment with different subject matter, different plot element structures, different thematic content, different settings, different conflicts, different. You can, in theory, make a radio drama or audio drama about pretty much any story premise you like, and now AI voice generators give you the ability to do so without breaking the bank. You see, while the strength of audio drama or radio drama may not be narrative complexity, it does have a different strength, emotional complexity or emotional realism. The characters of all those prestige TV shows I mentioned are not fundamentally interesting people. Few of them are even likable. A lot of them are archetypes, and our interest in them as viewers is dependent on how they exist within the context of the rest of the show. Don Draper is not very interesting if you take him out of the plot of Mad Men, but the Shadow is interesting even if he's guest starring in a commercial for automobile tires. Radio plays have better characters than any other storytelling medium if they are constructed and written well. Radio plays have the ability to make you care about the story and the characters in it in a way which no other storytelling medium can, except for, perhaps, the bedtime story. That's my 10th video on audio drama. Thank you for listening. I'm Levi Sweeney. Cheerio!